Here's today's quick practice tip. Transposition. Transposition is when you play a song in a key other than its original key, or a melody, a scale, you get the idea. So we're gonna take a 12-sided die, okay? You can get them all different shapes. Well, it's all gonna be one shape, but different colors. You can get them at hobby shops. You know, think like Magic the Gathering, think like Dungeons and Dragons. Any board game shop you can get them online for dirt cheap. Well, why do we have a 12-sided die? Can you take a guess? That's right, 12 keys, 12 major keys, 12 minor keys. Now I know there's gonna be some people that are gonna say, well, what about the alien Neptunian mode? It's like, okay, but 12. So here's what we do. Each side of the die coincides with one part of the circle of fifths. So if you see the circle of fifths, it looks kind of like a clock, right? So 12 o'clock is going to be C. C major, A minor. So what we do is we roll the dice, and whatever we get is what we're going to do for that whole day. The whole practice day, we're going to play in this key. Okay, so flats are going left, right, on the circle of fifths. So 12 is C, and 10 o'clock is 2 over. So that means we get F, and then B flat. So today we're doing B flat and G minor. All right, so like I said, B flat major, G minor, those are the keys we're working with today then. And this goes with anything. So obviously the transposition is more common of a skill in jazz music, which we'll certainly do. But for example, like B flat, well, we have G minor, and let's take the song like, even if you're doing something like Iron Man by Black Sabbath, right? So usually the song is something's wrong with my wire. And I think Iomi plays it on 6 and 5, but you get the idea, okay? So let's do then play it in the key of G. You know, you get the idea. And then jam along with it. So, you know, while this is going on, make a backing track. Whatever it is. But you're then jamming in G minor, right? So let's take like another G minor example from like the jazz world, right? Something easy. Start easy, okay? That's kind of the big thing with this. Even if you're doing Black Sabbath, something easy, shut up. You're doing something easy, okay? Okay, I think it's done now. If you have to take some time to think about it, go right ahead. You can think in terms of like the scales with the power chords, the intervals in between. You can think of the frets. So like if it goes, you know, that's 3 frets up, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can do the same thing with that. Now let's think of like blue bossa, right? Easy jazz tune, and let's make that like a goal for the day. So how do you break that down into bits? Well, what key is blue bossa in? C minor. But we're doing things in G minors, right? The first 2 bars are G minors. So we'll get, right? So don't worry about the melody yet. You know, don't worry about that. Just do chords for now. But all of the same rules apply with melody. So, you know, like, so there's G minor, you can start it here. Then it goes to F minor, right? Because that's the 4. Because it goes, right? And it goes to the 4. So what's the 4 of G? G, A, B flat, C. Then it goes to C minor. We're gonna get some ghosts in here. Just ignore the ghost. Be gone, spirits! I think it worked. Then, right? Then what does it do? Well, so I'm just gonna do this unplugged. So then what does it do after that? It's a 2-5-1 in C minor. Now, if you have to break it down further and just work on your 2-5-1s, great. You know, that's really a basis for a lot of music anyway. Learning the different common chord progressions in different keys, okay? So a 2-5 in G minor would be, right, so you get an A minor 7 flat 5, D7 flat 9. Now here's something kind of wacky that happens. So in the original tune, at C minor 7, that's where it starts. So wait, so now we're in measure 9 through 12. And it goes up to so let's call it, it goes to 2-5-1 with the key center being a half step up from your beginning, right? So you could say it, in this case, to be like, so in this case, it'd be A flat major, right? Okay, so then what does it do? Well, it goes back to the 2-5-1. Right? And so there you have it. And that's the whole song. So the whole thing would be your 1, 4, 2-5-1. Major 2-5-1, and then ends with the other 2-5-1. So there you go. And the same thing goes with your warm-ups too. If you're doing like a scalar warm-up, you know, you can do just whatever you choose to do. Like if you go, you can go like a, whatever it is, you can go do it in B flat, whatever you rolled, and really discipline yourself to stick with it. And it's going to be really hard at first, and sometimes it is still super hard, but it works. It's tried and true, and it's fun because it keeps things random and interesting. Sometimes you do get, you will get like the key of C, and once you start getting really good at transposition keys, but even the key of C can be challenging if you're doing like, a complicated tune in C. So don't like frown down, look down upon getting a C on your rolls here, because it's all good practice, So there's your practice tip. Have fun with that.